Hello, my LGBT cuties, and welcome back to another episode of A Jaded Gay. I'm Rob Lovelace, and have you ever wondered why so many LGBTQ plus people end up living in cities? Well, answering that question requires us to take a look into the rise of gay villages. Now, the term gay village started gaining traction in the 1970s and was used to describe urban neighborhoods with a large LGBTQ plus population and businesses built around queer life, like bookstores, bars, cafes, and clubs. But the concept itself goes back even earlier. In the early 20th century, areas like Berlin's Schöneberg were already becoming queer hubs, even though much of that culture was later wiped out under authoritarian regimes. And historically, LGBTQ plus people often gathered in specific neighborhoods because they were excluded or forced out from others. Now, before gay village became a positive cultural term, many of these areas were labeled as ghettos, which reflects how marginalized groups were forced into less than desirable parts of a city. However, over time, these once ignored neighborhoods transformed into spaces of safety, visibility, and community. As LGBTQ plus acceptance slowly grew through the 60s and 70s, these clusters evolved into iconic gay villages like the Castro, Greenwich Village, and Soho. So why did these areas become so essential? Well, a 2021 study by Amin Ghaziani highlighted key reasons, including political strength, access to relationships and nightlife, safe public spaces, economic opportunity through queer businesses, activism, and community building. Now, these neighborhoods weren't just geographic spaces, but cultural engines and lifelines. But not all LGBTQ plus people actually live in these districts. In 2013, only about 12% of LGBTQ plus adults lived in a known gay neighborhood, and more recent findings suggest that percentage may be even smaller today. Why? Because greater social acceptance means more queer people feel free to live anywhere, including the suburbs. Also, dating apps have replaced bars as a main place to meet potential partners. And gentrification, especially in cities like New York, LA, and San Francisco, has priced out many of the very people who built these neighborhoods in the first place. In fact, developers saw this potential in once neglected areas and turned vibrant gay villages into highly profitable districts. As rent skyrockets, longtime residents get pushed out, and these neighborhoods risk becoming more polished and big box than grassroots and community driven. So the big question becomes, what happens to gay villages now? Can they evolve? Can they be protected? Or are we watching the end of an era in LGBTQ plus urban history? Well, only time will tell. But if you want to dive deeper into all of this, you can check out the podcast episode and blog post linked below. And remember, every day is all we have, so you gotta make your own happiness.